Mm.
Wow. Where is she? Where is she? Bathroom. Whoa, Kristen! Whoa! Wow! Look! Watch this. Look at this. It worked! Hey, wow. I saw something. Watch this. Wow. This is what, like, the final... Wow. This is like a final destination.
Mm.
August 5th, 1993. Cadaver was imaged from head to toe. Some of which were familiar. The cadaver was then encased in clear gelatin, frozen to minus 160 degrees Fahrenheit. The custom design for the cryogenic macrotome was used to remove millimeter sections of the rock hard block, revealing slice by slice the beauty and detail within. After each pass, high-resolution color digital photographs were taken of the remaining block, yielding the first digital description of an entire human being. This new collection of 1,878 fine pages are displayed in rapid succession to show the three-dimensional nature of the internal structure of the human body. The light blue areas which appear throughout are cavities in the body that were filled with latex prior to imaging so that underlying structures would not be confused with the current imaging. Predominantly structures such as the spinal cord, trachea, esophagus, major blood vessels, lungs, and many muscles can be followed through their intercourse. This national resource is part of the Visible Human Project, sponsored by the National Library of Medicine. It was created at the Center for Human Simulation at the University of Colorado Health Sciences Center in Denver. It is in the public domain and on the internet. The cutting and imaging process produces undistorted, precisely registered data. Evidence of this success can be seen when the data set is stacked in virtual space. The views of the cadaver were reconstructed in alternating planes. Vertical black lines seen in the reference sheet above represent missing data. Artifacts resulting from the process used to divide the visible human into blocks small enough to accommodate the macrotome. You can stop the animation to viewpoint to identify the moving structures. Computational scientists and anatomists are working together to isolate and classify moving structures. These data are scientific as three-dimensional renderings of the shape, color, and texture of the renderings to follow directly from the data. Cadaver was imaging head to toe. The same
Our vision works according to a pretty basic system. If an object emits or reflects light, then we can see it. If it doesn't, then it's invisible to us. Pretty simple, right? Well, pretty simple until you realize that every object emits light. Some just produce light that we can't see, called infrared. Could our eyes ever adapt to see this light? What would that reveal about the world around us? In the most basic sense, thermal imaging works by showing you the heat that radiates from an object. It detects temperature by recognizing different levels of infrared light. You've seen an example of this where bright red colors represent high temperatures and dull blue colors represent low temperatures.
My hands are
Have you
usually
ever stopped to
cold.
think how helpful it
It's
would be
true.
to see the world like this? Well, for starters, life would probably get a lot safer. Search and rescue missions would be easier, as police officers could easily scan large areas for body heat. Firefighters could see through smoke-filled rooms with no problem. Our roads would be safer since we'd be able to recognize animals or people beyond the reach of our headlights. If a burglar tried to break into your house, there'd be no cover of darkness to hide in. And if you caught anyone trying to rob you, you'd be able to track them for a long distance as they ran away. Scientifically, medical ailments would also be a lot easier to catch. Things like diseases, circulation problems, infections, and even cancers cause temperature changes that would quickly be detected. Our newfound vision wouldn't just help fight the things that plague our bodies, but also our minds. Your nervous system is continually tweaking your blood flow based on your emotions. With thermal vision, we'd be able to pick up on those fluctuations just by looking at you. If someone gets anxious or scared, their nose would look blue because all the blood is flowing away from the outer layer of the body to fuel their muscles for fight or flight. Some psychologists are already using thermal cameras to recognize these signs to help patients with PTSD. Not everyone has access to thermal cameras, but if everyone had thermal vision, then a lot more people could be helped. With all these benefits in mind, scientists at Washington University School of Medicine decided to test if anyone they found that the human eye can only recognize infrared light when it gets flooded by huge amounts of infrared photons over a short period of time, making the idea of everyday thermal vision pretty unrealistic.
Hello, atrévete a conocer. Thanks for following us. Stare at one point, any point that you want in this diagram, and see what happens. Do you see the snake rotate? This is another illusion, the illusion that we are falling. At the Museum of Science in Tampa. This is the Museum of Science in Tampa. How do I get to go to some nice places? Well, because usually the library, the local library, gives you entrance to a lot of places. Free entrance if you are a member of your local library in the United States. And that's how I get some of the benefits that I get. That's how I get to go to all those places. Do you see in there an old woman, a young lady, or boss? Focus on the dot in the center of the image. Then move your head forward, toward, and away. Did the ring rotate? Let's do it again. Focus on the dot in the center of the image. Move your head forward, then backwards. Do you see the ring rotate? Interesting. Let's continue exploring. I know some of you are working, but you can watch this later just to give you ideas. Stare into the spiral. Do you see magenta, pinkish orange, green, and blue? Let's see what else we can find here. Is the center character a B or a number 13? Look at the image. Do you see a faint blue disc? Well, the disc is not really there. What you are seeing is an effect known as neon coral spreading. The exact cause of this illusion has not been discovered, and scientists continue to uncover this mystery. There's no such thing as a circle in here. Ooh. Focus on the dot of the woman's nose for 30 seconds. Then look at the dot on the white field below. Blink quickly several times. Do you see the woman's image in color? Interesting. Let's continue. I try to come in early so I do not record kids or people. I try my best. Sometimes you cannot avoid it, but it is what it is. I think I've seen this in Facebook. What do you see here? A dog or a rabbit? What would that tell about us? Ooh, let's see what else is in here. Yeah. Others. Not fast enough. This spinning mask of Albert Einstein rotates in one direction only, but it seems that his face is moving back and forth. This illusion illustrates the effect that our life experiences have on our perceptions. In this case, they cause us to see the hollow side of the mask mistakenly protruding outward. What makes or what creates the illusion of it rotating in the opposite direction? Motion parallax is the perception that moving objects close to us are moving faster than objects out farther away. Amazing, right? Ooh. This is used mostly for architects that have to design buildings that will withstand earthquakes. Can we make a building that withstands earthquakes? I'm not sure. We've been trying. Ooh, that's kind of scary. Oh no. This is how we start. Exit. I don't know how to play it. Do we turn it? Well, kind of, sort of. Discombobulated. Yep. Because I have the camera in my hands. Let's see what is here. B square. Of course. Challenging. Probably not. Oh my goodness. Well, that's not for me. Oh no. It looks easy. It is not. Oh no. Can I scan there to find out what's cracky lacking? Making a tea. I assume this might go here. I'm not sure. Would that go there? But then, oh my goodness. How would this go? Can go either way, but it won't make the tea. I'm missing something. Let me see if I'm missing a piece. Oh, 1, 2. Oh, okay. Let's see. Let's do it the right way. This piece is supposed to come here. And this piece is supposed to come like this. Amazing. The fur piece. Okay, bear with me. Yep, and that's how we do it, people. I would have not think about having this piece in the center. just challenge our brains. We're becoming so lazy. I'm one of those. So let me unscramble it for the next victim. How do we do this? I'm not sure. Oh my goodness. Might be too much right now. Farmer. Sack of corn. Fox. And a dog. Okay, I didn't get it, but can we form a square? Might be more than I can handle right now.
I'm Dr. Joanna Gamble George, and I work as a health scientist at the National Institutes of Health. So under NIH, I'm working at the National Heart, Lung, and Blood Disorder Institute in the Center for Translation Research and Implementation Science. So there, as a health scientist, I'm a AAA Science and Tech Policy Fellow. And I basically just give my expertise as a scientist to help people who have federal funded research, to help them with their research, any expertise that they need from a science perspective, I just give it to them. I'm also an entrepreneur, so I own a biotech company in Florida called Science, and basically what we develop is wearable technology. And then what we're trying to do is basically to prevent disorders from occurring. One example could be heart disease, or somebody might be experiencing a heart attack. We try to basically use algorithms and other things to try to very interesting to our agency and actually started doing research around
Hi, Nicole. Let's do number 2.
The air has to expand more rapidly as a proof effect. Let's say you're an ISS and you need to go to the restaurant. You want to come to this party, and the first thing you want to do is grab this piece of equipment and turn this water switch 90 degrees to the open position. What that does is it turns on this thing which creates a suction effect in this hose so that you can use this yellow element for your number 1. For number 2, the principle is actually exactly the same, suction. We have a solid waste container here, and on top of it is this seat. And the solid waste container is connected via this hose to the same fan, so that, again, the same suction effect allows you to do your number 2 in waste. I want to show you how it looks, but since we don't want any bad commands to come out, we're going to actually turn on the fan. It's going to be a little bit loud. Here we go. Now you can lift the lid. There is this seat that sort of looks comfortable, but you don't really sleep and sit in weightlessness. So most of us actually prefer to lift this one as well and use directly the opening that goes into the bag. And in fact, there is a bag in there. It looks like this. And when we are done with our business, we close the bag and we push it down into the solid waste container. And then, of course, for courtesy to the next person, we put a new fresh bag inside.
Welcome aboard Transmitter Space Flight Flight 4801 with County Stop Service to Blue Phase 1.